Well, this is going to be a fun one because we're going to mix a couple of different things together. Today, we're going to be talking about Jeffrey Epstein and aliens. Why are we putting them together? Because they both put out the same vibe. Everybody's freaking out because the list isn't being released. Well, the man was arrested in 2019. If everything that they say was in those papers and they wanted to turn around and blast any kind of politicians, they had the information, they could have shut them down, and they didn't. Kind of similar to why are they not telling us that aliens are real and aliens are here? Because it completely changes the face of the status quo. If we released all of those names that are on that list, we would lose politicians, we would lose actors, we would lose faith in a lot of humanity, because a lot of these top-rated people that are claimed to be on this list, a lot of Americans look up to. A lot of Americans see as very powerful people that do really good things, helpful things, progressive things. You don't want to look at the dark side of them. So, say a Prince or Gates, how would people perceive Windows products if all of a sudden the person that built Windows was busted? How would they perceive kings and princes and leaders if the leaders were proven to turn around and be doing this kind of stuff? It would completely destroy civilization pretty much as we know it, because the people that we see as leaders and guides and people to look up to are the same people that are dumbing down things and not telling us what we're supposed to know. They're limiting information to keep the general public in check. If all of a sudden aliens showed up and said, we're here, imagine how that would affect the religious people. All these people that say aliens are gods or gods are not aliens, when they find out that the people that they're worshiping is not real and not really what they thought it was, when they find out that the history is tainted and twisted because kings had it rewritten, is completely decimate society. How would you act if you had the thought of this person is the greatest person in the world, only to find out that they are the absolute opposite of what you thought they were? This is how life is. Life is full of disappointment. Life is full of shocks, and life is full of great moments. But with the good comes the bad. There is light and dark. There is a balance. If the government turned around and released the Epstein files in their full, like they said they were going to, what are we going to do with Hollywood? What are we going to do about all these politicians? All of a sudden, we're going to have a mass influx of high-powered people being sent to prison. This is not a bad thing, because it's a reset that the country kind of needs. If we could erase these people that are on that list and get them out of society and get them out of influential, powerful positions, the world might be a better place. But for every time that you take one of those people out of the position, there's 5 more behind them ready to fill their spot. These people have dedicated, loyal followers. These people will be replaced with people that are just like them, because they surround themselves with people that are just like them, with the same mindset. Think about movies that you've seen in the past. Think about TV shows. Do you remember the TV show Alien Nation and how the humans treated the aliens? We're not really going to come into an Independence Day kind of thing. I don't really see that happening. So they need to come at us methodically and strategically. They can't just pop up and say, hi, we exist. We're trying to get the information out there. We're trying to show people that they're here, that they are in with the humans. We're talking a Men in Black kind of situation. Maybe the movie Men in Black actually had some good points and valid information. Will we know? Not until all of the truth is revealed. So, reasons we're not giving out lists is so that we don't change the status quo. It's very sad. There needs to be changes made. Needs to be a lot of changes made. This is the Anarchist Necromancer. I am not going to pick a side. I'm going to blast whatever is obvious. I am not religious. I'm spiritual. I do believe in aliens. I do believe in magic. Aliens and magic are separate. Religious is separate than that. They're three different categories. We can mix them. People do mix them. It's not the best thing, though, because then you're going to confuse different aspects and you're going to be intermixing things like Bible verses with aliens. And while it can be mixed, especially if you look into King Solomon, a lot of things cannot be mixed. Jesus was not an alien. Jesus was a real human. I call him a demigod because he's claimed to be half human. Anything that is half human is a demigod by definition. Immaculate Conception? Maybe. If Mary was taken up by aliens and given a baby in her belly. People are still abducted by aliens to this day. It happens all the time. Do we believe them? Not necessarily. Should we believe them? Why would they make it up? It's all about the status quo. If you're going to change the zeitgeist of the civilization and the status quo, you're going to be fighting against a lot of different types of mindsets. Pretty simple, pretty easy to understand. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Are they holding all this information inside to keep the status quo and only to keep the status quo? Or are they holding it for some other reason that we don't know about? Let me know down in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next one.